Generic greetings and welcome to Mud Physics Simulator. Today's beverage is coffee black, no sugar. So, Spintires is a series that I've enjoyed quite a bit over the years. I think I played the original sort of alpha testy type thing of the game, then the original release which was just called Spintires, and now we have this which is the latest incarnation, which is MudRunner, a Spintires game, and we've also got American Wilds now, which I've not yet tried, but I am looking forward to doing that. And the reason I've been playing this as of late is mainly because of the multiplayer. A friend bought a set of pedals and a wheel and said, hey, do you want to try this out? And we end up just sitting on the game, getting stuck in mud for 6 hours, and it was really good. It was really good and really fun. Let's try the crossing map here, because I've only loaded it and not played it yet. If you haven't seen the game before, essentially it is getting stuck in the mud simulator, and it is fun. It sounds really boring when you describe it to someone. Yeah, you get stuck in the mud. Yeah, you have to winch yourself out with using different pieces of equipment, and you deliver logs. But the moment to moment is not only relaxing. I find it's just it's just a mess around, especially in multiplayer. I just find it that it's different, and that's all right. Let's just load up this map here. So let's just try and get. I don't think we'll get most of the objectives done. If we'd be lucky if we get one objective, but I just want to play a bit and show you a bit of it. So we are currently down here. By the way, I'm using an Xbox pad for this one, but there's loads of other options available for it. Mouse and keyboard works fine as well. I just prefer the pad. We have to deliver some. We have to deliver to the lumber mill 8 units of wood, and the closest place we can pick it up from is over there. See, there's a log station there. Okay, so there's a log station there, and there's also a fuel station there, and we've also got a garage over on the far left. So what I think we'll do is take a truck, we'll go over and we'll unlock the garage in that waypoint, we'll see what we can see, and then go from there, really. If that's all we do, then that's all we do, because, let's say, it's about the moment to moment. So this is the biggest vehicle that I have, and what I want to do is start putting things on it, and we want to put, things like a garage parts on there, because we want to be able to build this garage, and it requires a total of 4 parts to build it. So we can probably place, we'd be able to put a garage semi-trailer on it if we put on we'll put a spare wheel on, we'll put a trailer hitch on, and then finally we'll go up for a garage semi-trailer. Can we put a garage trailer on it? Yes, we can, and that's 4 garage points. So that's us pretty much sorted. We can go inside there, you can give it a bit of a honk, and yeah. Is that lights on and off? I think that's lights on and off, yeah. Right, okay, we are now currently done, so what we'll do is we will start it up, and that's our engine started. In terms of fuel, we have about 3/4 of a tank. We're going to lock the diffs, and we're going to also put on all-wheel drive, and we will head forward. Now, the main thing is, as you can see, the mud sort of deforms, and yes, you will get stuck quite often, and you can roll this thing and it can go all kinds of bad. Let's just go to start here, and we want to make sure that we are going in the right direction. So I want to place a marker over there, although that didn't seem to work out. I'll just actually left click there and click OK. If I just do that, will it work? Will I get a marker? I do get a marker, and it is behind us. So we have probably go out and then to the right. Looks like there is some sort of path here, and we'll go over there. The camera is always been a bit iffy in this game. Good grief, we're already getting well stuck here, and I'm probably going to beach it already. Ooh, that's not good. Am I going to get it stuck already? No, I already have got it stuck. There we go. No, we're slowly going forward. There we are. Yeah, as I was saying, the moment to moment is basically getting stuck in the mud, and you have to get out. And obviously you've got things like water, which can hinder your progress. You can roll the thing. It's all kinds of bad if that happens, if you roll it. Certainly if you've got cargo on you as well. If you've got cargo, then it can go very bad. Let's go inside and we'll drive it from in here, because why not? Currently got an automatic box on. I'm not bothered with a manual gearbox. I can't really be bothered with any of that sort of thing. Let's see if we can get through here okay. Looks like we are doing okay. Let's go inside. As I said, the camera is a little bit iffy at times. You do have better camera controls now. It has been improved somewhat. It sort of spins around there. Sometimes, I think originally it used to sort of hang off the side, and it was really annoying. You do have camera controls, so you can go look. Hang on, that's the wrong thing. You can go sort of like this. This is the trailer camera controls. You can go right to the front. You can look at the back. Yeah, they seem to work out okay. So we are currently heading through this weird forest with lots of logs and mud and obstacles, it is likely that we will get stuck at some point. We'll have to winch ourselves out, and that's the big disadvantage with playing in single player. As I said earlier, I genuinely think that the best way to play this game is basically co-op with a friend or multiple friends. I think you can play... Actually, I'm not too sure what the hard limit is. I'm assuming 4. I've certainly played it with up to 3 people before for quite a number of hours, but I don't think I've played it much more. I can't remember playing it 4. Now, I'm looking at the map. You can see that this road does go all the way down there, and then we can go up there. However, I might take a shortcut to the left and go through here, and there's some... there's a bit of a lake there, which is too deep to go through, but we can skirt around it across there. Then there's another road that we want to pick up on that. So there should be a left turning in and around here. In fact, we probably can go in here. Just need to make sure that we don't get it absolutely stuck, and that is a big possibility. You can... we're going to go full Austin Powers now. It is a possibility. Let's just straighten the trailer out. And there we go. And now we are forging through the forest, which could be all kinds of bad. One thing to be aware of with this game is that the steering is not self-centering. So you have to... If you... well, it certainly isn't on the controller I'm using. So if you turn left, it doesn't automatically center it, which is why I used to think it was a massive oversteer always going on. It looks like we're heading towards this water here, and I don't know how deep it is. So there's only one real way to find out, and that's just to take it gently and then go in here. Also, having any controller or system that has variable controls, like the shoulder buttons on a pad, is better than just full throttle on or off, because if you just go full throttle, it could just spin the wheels, whereas if you have it at, say, half, like that, it will simulate that, and you'll get better traction. Now, I'm trying to get through here, but I've already bailed on that. I'm not going to go there. Oh, looks like we've just demolished a tree. Yes, you can knock the trees down. Yes, it is a valid tactic. And no, you don't want to crash into a 100-year-old oak, because your vehicle will not come out the victor on that one. So it looks like we are closing in on the road, which is just over there. So we just need to get down into this gully, and then we should be alright. There's the damage that I mentioned earlier that you can take. And we have actually taken a tiny bit of damage there. 7 damage out of a total of... we can take 600 damage in total. So, yeah, we don't really like to use that term like we can take. Like it's an ablative thing. You just don't want to take damage on any vehicle, but sometimes it is completely unavoidable, especially when you decide that the best way to get your truck out is to put it in a big ditch and yeah, do this. So we're going to go up this little embankment here. The trailer itself it's fairly high, but also the centre of gravity seems to be all right. It's not like when you're carrying logs where any tilt over of about maybe 20 degrees, maybe a bit less actually, will send your entire vehicle on its side, which can be a big problem, especially when you're having to get to an objective with said cargo and logs. One thing I would always advise is that if you're convoying it with other people, then at least one of you, assuming you're carrying medium or higher logs, have a crane, because if you've got a trailer and a... Oh, that's a river. Right, that's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? I'm going to turn that off for a second because it's been a bit distracting. Yeah, I would recommend one of you have a crane so you can pick the logs back up. Okay, we're just going to have to take this slow and see how we get on. However, that looks extremely fast flowing, and I'm unsure about the depth. So let's try it. And this is... Oh my good grief, no. Right, well, we figured out that that's a problem. This is obviously quite a high-sided thing, and if we hit there, if water hits that, we're going to have some problem. Oh, it looks like we've got some water into the diesel or something. You see there's all the thing back there. Dangerous water level indeed. We are making it across, though. Oh, the trailer is dictating the direction of travel. We are making some progress. but it is not ideal. We're slowly getting there. Because of the way the camera's rocking around and the angle of it, it's very difficult to see that we are making progress, but we are getting closer to the bank. I would highly recommend you don't come this way if you've got this thing. It's not good. But we are getting close to the bank now, and if we can just get out, we should be alright. In terms of fuel usage, we were going, I think we're on about maybe 11 litres a minute there, which is a problem because we will probably run out at that rate before we get to our destination. This is a fairly decent incline at the best of times, but also it is obviously covered in mud. We have got 6-wheel drive though, so that is a bit of an advantage. We've taken a bit of damage, 8 damage in total rather. We can repair it, that's what the spare wheel for on the back there. You don't get specific damage, I believe. I think it's just damage, and we'll just follow the road, I think. Obviously at the moment we can't see what's about because it's all blocked off. That's why you've got them watch points there. You need to get to the watch points, and then that will allow you to see what's about. But we're just going to follow this road. We're going to head up to the garage if we can. I'm actually going to turn off the diff lock so we can turn a bit better now. And also, we might as well turn off all-wheel drive because, quite frankly, we're driving on a road. And you can see the fuel savings. We're down to 2 or 3 litres a minute now. 1 litre a minute. There you go. That's great. As soon as we get onto the muddy part, though, we'll have to turn that back on. So it looks like the turn off to the left is where we need to go. So once again, we'll put the diff lock on. Oh, that's a parking brake. That's the wrong thing. And I've actually connected the winch. Let me release that winch. And this is the garage. This is good. So we've made very good progress. More progress than I actually thought we would. I thought we'd get stuck a lot more. And let's get this unlocked. And we'll stop there. Put the parking brake on. And then we will unload. And yeah! Guitar riffs. Garage is now unlocked, and we have managed to get that sorted. Excellent. So what it means now, because we've unlocked the garage, is we can obviously start to change things. So we can put on like semi-trailers or things like that. But our objective at the moment is to get over to that watch point and to the log station. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of the spare wheel and the trailer hitch. We don't want that. But we do want a log carrier. Actually, no, we don't. We want a crane support and a log carry with crane, and then also a medium log cart as well. And that'll be able to carry 4. Although, if you want to carry more, technically the best way of doing it would be to have not a log carrier. You would have a short log trailer, which is 3 points, and then you have on the back of your vehicle, you would have a log carriage, which is another 3 points. So that's actually the better way of doing it, I think. Although I think just because we might end up upside down at some point, I think a log carrier with crane is probably the way to go. So there we are. You notice we've got fueled up just a little bit. You do fuel up to that point. When you get to a garage, also you get fully repaired as well. It looks like I can actually fit that spare wheel in. Let me just back up. We might be able to fit that spare wheel in. It's always an advantage to have that if we can. Crane support, fireproof exhaust, fuel system. No, we don't have that. Where is it? Spare wheel. Yeah, we can have a spare wheel. There we go. Obviously, it increases the weight, but not by much. I was going to say, not by much. Why are we not moving? And that's because you've got the parking brake on. There we go. Okay, so we've got a lovely puddle just before we get onto the road, which is always annoying. And what we'll do is we'll just turn that up. Whoa, you can really feel the difference when you turn off the all-wheel drive and the diff lock. So we're going to head towards the watch point, which I think is just over to the right there. And there's also another vehicle as well. Let me just turn at this one. Let's just see what it's like to drive through without all-wheel drive and the diff lock. Whoa, it's really, really bad. That's the best we're able to go there. And there we go. We've now unlocked the B131, which you can see over on the right there. And it looks like it's got some sort of weird cart on the back of it. I guess that'll be a garage cart or maybe a repair one. Anyway, so we'll have to back out. We'll put the all-wheel drive on, and what we'll end up doing is crashing into our own trailer, because that's generally how it works. Obviously it's a four-wheel trailer, and it's sort of turning the opposite of the opposite, so it's quite difficult. I mean, you can get it in the end, I suppose, but there we go, that's much better. So now we know where the log station is, so we can go a little bit further ahead, come down, get that, or if we wanted to, we can go up to there, because we'll follow the road and then we'll get that watch point, because we want to head over to that one, I think. So I think we'll continue on and we'll go to that one first. So we will give it all the left and then end up crashing into a tree. No damage though, it's only a tiny little sapling. Oh no, it's bent back over, that's fine. We're crashing into our own trailer here, which is not good. And are we going to just clip that? We are fine. Okay. So, we will turn off the diff lock and the all-wheel drive. We're just going to save ourselves some fuel. Obviously, in speaking of fuel, we do have a fuel station which is down there. There's no fuel station at all on our way to the objective as well. So that could be a bit of a problem. So I'm going to try and conserve as much fuel as I can. But let's just see how far we get. That's the log station, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So we'll go into here. You can crane the logs on, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in and use the station and just load it up. And then this thing becomes quite annoying to steer, because it's basically, because of the logs go from the front to the back there, it's just now a longer vehicle. And you'll notice when we try and turn around how annoying it is. In fact, I think it would be advantageous to spin around at this point, because otherwise we're going to be fighting the trailer, and we just don't want that. Because the trailer is seasoned. It's a seasoned veteran. It's kicking our posterior, that's for sure. And there we go. And what we'll do is we'll just line her up, like so. And then we'll back up. And the trailer is just... oh, good grief. Right. So we're turning the opposite. And I'm hoping we just make it in. There we go. A bit further forward. And there we are. So, we can load up. I'll just use mouse here. Position your truck properly. Very sassy. Thanks, game. Right. Why can't I load medium logs? Why will not allow me to load medium logs? Probably because I'm not wholly within the thing. Right. That's alright, that's better. Aha! There we go. Okay, so we have a load of timber. And now we'll see if we can make our way out. You notice immediately it doesn't like to turn as much, although we also don't crash into the trailer because obviously of the logs there. You notice that it's listing like a ship. Right, this is where you have to start really taking care of this, because it is extremely easy to roll, like stupidly easy. One little mistake, one moment of negligence and you are over. In fact, there's been a couple of times when I've been playing multiplayer and one of us have said, you better watch out for this because it's a bit dodgy, and the other person's like, yeah, no problem, then proceeds to roll it. Even though they've been forewarned. But anyway, let's just turn off the all-wheel drive and turn the diff lock off. And, oh, didn't know this was here. So, this is a checkpoint. Only trucks with no lumber are allowed to pass. I did not know of that. So I'm going to have to back up and head a different way. Look at the tyres all squished down. I don't know how much... hang on. I don't know how heavy this would be. There's no real turning point here, so I'm just going to do my best. And we're actually going to go... Look at that. It's not liking that, is it? I can understand it here as well. Oh, it's just... I'm just making it worse now. Right. I think there. Go about there and then head through. It looks like it's passable. But, well, it's certainly passable if we didn't have many tons of wood on the back. We will refrain from making the comment that I'm thinking. So, I don't know whether it'll be possible. There is full day-night cycle, by the way, so yes, it will get dark eventually and we won't be able to see what the hell we're doing. Left around here is probably where I want to go. Nah. From where we are now, we might as well just go into the... might as well just go into the forest. Okay, diff lock on. And all-wheel drive. So, I don't think this lumberyard will be... Ooh. Insert generic uncertainty noises here. Oh, crane. Oh. Yep, we crashed into that. Yeah, so I don't think this supplier will be... I think we just took the wing mirror off there as well. Will be very happy about us bringing perhaps a competitor's timber in here. Say, oh yeah, I'm just using your little pathway. Why, you loaded up already? I am. But you can see the difference though. The difference is we went over there, which is the log station and log kiosk, and this has only got a log kiosk. The kiosk requires a crane. So we can go over to this one, we can request that we get some logs there, and it will spawn the logs, and then you crane it on. So you can see it says there, choose a type to spawn. So if I just spawn, say, medium logs, it will work eventually. And you got a log there, and then you'd use the crane. The cranes, I'll show you the crane, might as well. We'll turn on the anchors, and we'll turn on, we'll push the anchors like so, and then we'll say crane, and then you can lift it up and move it around, and yeah. It's still a bit iffy to control in places, but it's much better than what it was in other games. It really is. It's actually usable now, he says, as he gets all of the controls wrong. Yeah, so I can pick that log up, spin it round, bring it down. I actually can't see though, which is always a problem. Down, perhaps. Hang on, up a bit, and are we there? We're almost there. Left a bit, down a bit, and grabby. So, grab, and then there you go. We have a bit of timber. I am not going to bother with that one. I'm going to put the crane back. Hang on. Operate crane. And operate to restore it, because that was annoying as well before. Oh, hang on. I should probably retract the anchors, because they'll probably snap off. Like a Kit Kat or something. Right, so, yeah, it's not as annoying as it was to use previously. Getting that crane back onto its holder was just completely and utterly annoying. So we are trying to get... Ooh, stalling it. If you put it on a manual gearbox, which you can just click and hold and... You can say move it to first. Oh, engine stalling. There you go. Yeah, you can stall it. Obviously I'm just using pad here, but you know, mouse and keyboard, same thing. But apparently it is very, very easy to stall if you're using the manual gearbox, especially if you're using like wheels and pedals and shifter and everything. So we are forging our way down here. We do know that this route goes to the fuel station, which is good because I'm on about just over half fuel. So that's fine. Obviously, we have to take into account what we've used so far and what we're going to use. The problem is that we don't know the type of terrain that we don't know the type of terrain that we're going to encounter. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be muddy and full of trees. That's sort of a given, isn't it? However, let's just fill up. There we go. 113 litres. Yes, that's sort of a given. But the problem is that if we look at this map, it sort of goes, you know, it's black from there. We don't know what's ahead. And there's a watch point over there. Generally, the way I play it, I generally play the game so we take a very light and fast vehicle. I mean, not like a Lamborghini or anything. I'm talking, you know, some sort of like 4x4. And blaze around the map and unlock all of the watch points. I'm expecting a checkpoint up here, by the way. Unlock all of the watch points and put some lights on. And that means you know where you're going to go. Then you go and unlock the garages, and then finally you would transport the cargo. But, you know, that's been really boring and efficient about it. We're just literally driving into the dark. Oh, and there we go. Look, another watch point. Let me through. They're not going to let me through, are they? Okay, so we know that we can't get through there. So we need a turning point. Right, so we'll turn here. Like so. And then dry steer. And then go up here. And that definitely goes down to the water's edge, doesn't it? I'm guessing other truckers have also experienced the same issue. Oh, go on then, here we go. So we are fording the river in the dark, in an unknown location, on our own. This is probably one of the most dangerous, reckless, stupidest things we could do, apart from perhaps doing cave diving in a tank while drunk. Although I assume that you have to be drunk in order to attempt that in the first place. So you can see that another couple of details that I like. You can see that the cab does get wet, and it you know, it actually has a wet sort of texture there. Look at the guy. He's he's got his head in his hands. He's like, oh, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that. I don't know why, but the logs are really low res. Like, the textures seem a bit iffy. Anyway, so we're taking some damage, but we are getting across, and you can see that I think there's a exit point just up ahead. So we're going to head that way. We're actually going to go with the stream. I think, yeah, general rule, make sure you know the depth, what's coming there, have someone upstream, downstream to A, look for debris, and B, you know, in case something goes wrong. Obviously have lifelines and all that sort of thing. Get across as fast as you can, watch out for debris. If you're walking it, you would generally walk sideways looking upstream so you can see debris as well as, you know, stabilise yourself rather than getting pushed from the side. But we didn't do any of that. We just ploughed straight into the water, and it is of great success. I'm making a note here, so that's good. We have used a bit of fuel just going over that, but we are here. If we look at the map, the other lumber mill is over there, so it's another crossing of the river. I think, however, we're going to go down to that one, so let's go. So far, we've actually made very, very good progress. This is a very good vehicle, though, to be fair. The other types of vehicle you get, well, I think you saw right at the start what sort of vehicles you can get. I'm sure there's an 8-wheeled thing. It's massive, absolutely huge. It's I think it's like the mascot of the game. You can see it on the pages, on the store page and such. I'm guessing this is the right way. Yeah, I think so. I mean, this obviously is some sort of track. It's been driven before. But I don't think it's well travelled. Is this the right way? It's the right way for something. I'm trying to get to the road as fast as possible. I think it's just through those trees. I say road. I think it's more wider, muddy track. Yeah, it's a wider, muddy track. But we're here. We have made it. Okay, so we need to take a left and then head down this way. And we're actually very much near the beginning. If we see there, we started at that garage down there, and we went up here. You can see you can see the unlock where we've been actually. Yeah, you can see we travelled that way. But we'll just take a left, and we'll get ourselves hopefully to our next objective. And ooh, let's overstay that massively. Straight into the water. No aquaplaning, not that you would. such low speed, wide tyres and heavy cargo. That's not going to happen. So we'll head this way, to the right. Is it to the right? That's pretty much straight ahead, isn't it? It's also a lot deeper than it looks. Does it look like from inside the cab? Bad. It looks bad. Yeah, you can see if I just give it all the beans and do a Clarkson, power! Nothing, it just spins it. But if you give it a bit of gentle persuasion, lots more progress. Power. There you go. Just feather that throttle a bit. Rather than power. I mean, you'll get there in the end. You'll just use more fuel, probably. I don't know why. Obviously, it's an automatic... got an automatic shifting at the moment, but the person shifting, the driver, does seem to really like getting into higher gears as fast as possible, and then once it inevitably doesn't go anywhere because you've got no torque, then shifts it right down to first gear again. Although, after saying that, looks like we're in third for a while. Yeah, see that shift right down to first rather than shifting down. Actually, did this shift down? I can't say that I've noticed. There's third. Let's just put less throttle. Fourth. Nah, looks like they go all the way back to first. So the lumber mill's just to the right. The question is, do I cut through those trees? And the answer is certainly not. There's no way at this stage I'm going to risk cutting through all those trees and losing this cargo. A big part of me is tempted to roll it, just so I can then use the crane to Oh, actually no, that wouldn't work out. If I rolled it, we'd be screwed. Because your engine stalls and you can't start it until you've righted yourself, which is not possible in single, I don't think. What I'd have to do is go and get another vehicle. Ooh, that's a bit... That's listing over a bit. There we go. I'd have to get another vehicle with a winch. Well, all vehicles come with a winch. Which, apart from that one little bit, I haven't used. I'll show you the winch, because I'm pretty much stuck now. So you activate winch mode, and you get this quick winch option. And then you select that, and then basically you can winch yourself. So you can see it's pulling us from the front there. So there you are. That's the winching. You can winch between vehicles. So if you've got, again, multiplayer, got a friend, or Nemesis, whoever is on there, you can ask to be winched out. And they can accept that. I'm actually genuinely going to have to use this winch now because I am stuck. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. No. Come on. There we go. That's straightening up a bit now. Okay. Yes. That was a bit risky. Yeah, so you can winch onto other people and you can tow them out. You can't create a chain though, so you can't have, at least I don't think you can, have multiple people winched onto one another, so like three winches onto one vehicle. I think it's like 1-to-1. And you can't have, say, one vehicle connected to a tree and then another person connected to the vehicle. I think it's just, you're either winching to someone, you're connected to someone, or you're, or they're connected to you. So this is the lumber mill, and celebrations all round. We managed to make it, and we will unload the cargo. And there we go. Successful run. We managed to go from this garage along up this fairly muddy field. Did a little shortcut across here, which wasn't too bad at all. Up through, fording the river here, to the left. Obviously built the garage. Took the, well, from building the garage we then loaded up the log cart. Well, we equipped the log cart and the log trailer, moved over to this log kiosk here, loaded up on timber, and then came down, went further ahead, stopped at this road there because this barrier there because we didn't know it was there because of the watch points. We haven't unlocked those. Did a UE, came back through this other log kiosk there, round this little sort of swirly thing, fueled up there, went over to this again, tried to go ahead, didn't work out. We had to stop there, and then finally we just decided, let's just cross the river here, and then we managed to get all the way back. And there you go. That's a bit of Spintires. That is what the game is like. The moment to moment is you getting stuck and transporting stuff. It's obviously something that I cannot see appealing to everybody, far from it. But honestly, playing it multiplayer, it's really relaxing. You know, you're just messing around. It's not stressful. Oh, actually, relaxing may be the wrong word. Not stressful is probably more accurate. Even when it goes wrong, I've not found myself being annoyed at it because then you get to use all of the tools at your disposal and such. So, yeah, there you go. That's a bit of Spintires. MudRunner Spintires, rather. Links in the description, as always, so you can check it out yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.